Hey, we are live. Today is the 24th of September, which is Sunday in the Philippines. And it's 10:19 p.m. at night. And I'm Davina.
I'm Hobart.
And we live in the Philippines. We moved here about a month and a half ago, a little month and a week ago.
August 16th, we flew out of California and got here in Philippines on the 17th.
Yeah. And don't mind this right here. This is some chocolate. I was a human napkin today. So this is a little blessing from my son.
Yeah. It's good.
Anyways.
It's good to have those things. Yeah.
It's good to be a human napkin.
Yeah. I'm going to miss being a human napkin
when our kids are all grown.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'll just,
I'll just be the one using you as a napkin.
I'll just use you as a napkin, yeah. I wipe my chocolate hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
So today we had a lazy Sunday. We actually woke up a little late, so we didn't go on any walk.
Just tired.
But we had the welders over.
Yeah, so we don't go any walks.
Hi to whoever's here.
As far as constructions are concerned, I told the carpenters not to come take a Sunday.
We like them to take the Sunday off. We all want to take Sunday off.
Like we had every intention to go to church this morning, but the welders came like around 6:45 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. 6:30, right around 6:30, my uncle came with the welders, and I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And they started welding like 2-inch tubular poles.
Big poles, high poles.
That are like 10 feet high on top of the wall, because I want, it's dark when we get here at nighttime. I want more lighting outside. So I've decided to purchase a whole bunch of street lights that are solar that we're going to put in the front yard.
And we have 7 of them being put in.
Correct.
So that's another project. I mean, like, there's so many different projects and there's so much add-on. And I do remember, so I have a stepdad, his name is Oscar. And I remember him telling me, like, sometimes when you take a job, you end up taking, like, a never-ending pit of work. And that's kind of what we are, because we just moved here from the States and we want to, like, update this home. And so it's kind of like at every turn, there's something to fix, something to do.
That's true. And at the same time, though, we're helping out the local, because we're in a province area. So there's a group of 4 brothers that are here. I have a cousin that's working here as well. And then another like distant relative. So altogether, there's 4, 5, 6. There's 6 guys. No, 4. Yeah, there's 6 guys that are working constantly here at the house, renovating the place, and then doing some additions here and there that I want.
We're adding more restrooms, more storage space.
So in addition to the restroom remodel,
we had
the garage, the old garage.
We had 2 restrooms remodeled.
I am adding 2 more toilets. And another storage space.
And I mean, we've even talked about adding a restroom to Mom's West Wing.
Yeah, to the West.
So
you can never have too many restrooms.
Yeah. You can never have too many restrooms in a house. Like, and there should be way more restrooms than there are bedrooms.
So I'm just thinking ahead. I have no idea how long the restrooms have been here, and for the last 25, 30 years, I haven't been here. I don't know if the septic tanks are getting full.
Right.
It's not like these are septic tanks from the United States where you can empty them out.
No.
These are permanent septic tanks. When they're full, homie, they full. So I'm just thinking ahead, adding.
You're adding a septic tank, right?
I am adding a way
bigger,
like oversized septic tank.
Okay.
In another area of the property, so that way if these bathrooms ever get clogged up, then
we have somewhere else we can go
we
use
can
the
go
restroom.
use the bathroom somewhere else,
And
or
I
at
think
least
are you
allow the water to
adding a
dissipate.
shower over there?
Let's not talk about that.
Oh my god.
So it's
So yeah.
I'm anticipating yeah, and it's another building.
Yeah,
It's
he's
another
he's
building.
building another building.
It's another building.
Uh.
It's not a big building. It's kind of like a garage. So if you can picture a garage in the United States, it's smaller than that. Yeah.
With 2 bathrooms,
With
a
two-
functional shower, and sinks.
You're giving it all away. You're giving it all
Okay.
away.
All right.
You're not helping here. You're not helping.
I'm not a helper.
So yeah, but it's
I'm a human napkin.
It's nice. So yeah, the welder came, and
Yeah.
it's nice like that. Those poles are really really high. I was like, I thought about it just talking about it right now. I was like, wait, the wall is about 9 feet high off the ground,
and then
I added 10 more feet. So
we've got really highlights.
we got really highlights, yeah. But the lights are not installed yet. I'm gonna have the light installed later on. They're gonna come through, and so hopefully when that all that stuff is done and it's good to go. But it's rainy season, so all this installation of lights, if we don't have any sunlight, then we won't have any lights anyways.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah. So and that's
I
fine.
mean, we have no light now, so any light is good light. That's good.
Yeah. So in the the welder came and he is building two windows, because here in Philippines usually there's like a metal rebar on the outside of the window, because that's just how every house is. But for aesthetic purposes, I don't want that on the outside. I want that on the inside of the house.
Yeah, our rebars on the inside.
And then the sliding doors on the outside. So
yeah, so our windows look really, really nice and clean.
Yes.
But they actually have bars.
They have bars on the inside.
So somebody could break a window, but then they'd be stuck with bars.
So they can't come in.
But that's cool. Yeah, no, we added 2 windows to the build. That's funny. And we just been dreaming, walking around dreaming.
We have.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
Oh. So we're here. We're just dreaming up all kinds of stuff, and we're putting them into practice. If I don't do it now, I'm not sure if my sister is ever going to come back, and both my sisters are ever going to come back and improve the place, or my brother. So, and if they do, great. But I want the house to be ready for them. The same thing for any family or friends that are going to be coming down at the house. I want them to have all the amenities, at least the minimum amenities that you would have in the United States. We're not going to have toilet paper though, but we do have baby wipes. So whoever wants to visit, you're going to have to get used to using baby wipes, not toilet paper. All right. And so we were going to go to church this morning. We had every plan to go to church, but unfortunately, we didn't end up going because there was construction happening at the house. The welder was here, so I decided, I was like, you know what? Let's just pray in the living room.
And it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
We make time for.
We made time. We prayed for our breakfast, and we went around, and
I got dressed up like I was going to church, but we didn't end up getting to go.
That's what I wore all day. But yeah, it was nice.
Thank you to whoever's coming in to watch our video, and remember to hit the like button.
Yes.
Thanks.
So we ended up going to, what did we do today? So after we left, like around noon, we visited my aunt.
Yeah.
My aunt Gloria, her last name is Lamigo. And
hello, Auntie.
Hello, Auntie.
She's like a new subscriber, right? You guys got our card.
Yes. So shout outs to them.
New subscriber.
And Manang Marilyn and Manang Teresa. And then
and the whole family.
And the whole family, everybody. Leo wasn't there. He was working.
Yeah.
And
we have some family in Canada.
We still have some family in Canada.
From their side of the family.
Sunday, yes. And it was great. It was great catching up.
Really nice.
I remember some stories, like we were just like, man, It is crazy. And so they're asking me like, so why'd you come back? Why'd you come back to the Philippines?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling them like, well, when Dia and I were still in high school, we came
Mm-hmm.
back here, and she didn't want to come back. She didn't want to leave Philippines, but I told her we had to go back because we already had signed up for the military.
Mm-hmm.
And so this
No, it was good
is,
that we went back.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
good that we went back.
We really established ourselves. We
Hmm.
we hit all our goals. Actually, we figured out what our potential was, and we ran for it. So
Hmm.
it's good. It's good that we went back, and now we're totally focused on what we want here. So we understand what our next mission is
It
in
was
life.
it was good catching up to them. Catching up,
Yeah.
yeah, just like I was telling them about, like, the discipline here in Philippines is totally different from the discipline in the United States. I said I remember growing up getting spanked by my mom, and I would run to my aunt, right? Auntie Gloria would save me. I would run to her, and I would hide behind her, like, in her skirt, you know what I mean, and kind of just like, auntie, and then she would tell my mom, oh, he ran that way, and
I'm
then I was like,
sure.
yeah, yeah, she did for
Like
real.
your mom didn't know you were hiding.
Oh, my mom was running. Uh,
Ah.
and so yeah, and but sometimes my mom, like, I think my mom figured out that my aunt was hiding me, so
Hmm.
my mom would hit me,
Extra hard. You got
uh,
lots of
and
extra
I
spankings.
and my aunt would get hit too. So yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. But
Whoa,
but
that's
my aunt, I'm telling
hardcore.
you, my aunt defended me. She did a lot for me. So
Yeah.
we talked about how kids discipline here in Philippines. We got hit all the time. We got spanked, not just by the teacher, by the principal. And then when you're out and about in the streets, running amok, you're having a fight with another kid. The neighbor can pick you up, spank you, take you home, and then your mom's gonna spank you anyways. Well, that doesn't happen anymore here in Philippines. But the
No.
respect and the discipline and how kids are raised here in Philippines is still the same way. I think the only
Hmm.
thing that changed is that teachers cannot spank kids,
Hmm.
but parents can still do what they need to do. Yeah.
And you know what? Parents spend all day at school. Like you are welcome to sit there
And just wait for
and
your
wait for your
kids.
kid. You don't have to
Yeah.
leave campus.
You know what? I am kind of like a little, kind of like, oh, when I was going to school, we had to do our own garden. But for
Hmm.
whatever reason,
The parents
the
do the
parents are
gardening.
doing gardening
Yeah, the
now.
parents do the gardening
Yeah, to
for.
set the kids up for success. Like,
Uh-huh.
what? They're not really setting up the kids for success if the kids are not doing the gardening themselves,
Hmm.
right? But
The
everything
kids
else is
do
there.
a lot of cleaning of the
Hmm.
school, though.
They do pull
So
grass, they sweep
yeah.
the floors, they throw
So
out the
we spent a lot of
trash.
time
Yeah.
at your aunt's house.
Hmm.
Like I even took
I
a
would
nap.
say two
Mhm. I
hours.
took a nap.
Yeah. We spent about 2 hours there, 2.5 hours. It was nice to catch up, talking about the past and the history, talked about
Mm.
family, talked about like what's important in life,
Hmm.
talked about like that,
You were like the old dude
I
in
was
the
the old
room.
dude in the room.
Talking
Yeah.
about life and purpose. That's so cool.
It was great. No, I was the youngest guy in the room. What are you
Yeah, yeah,
talking
you
about?
were, you were.
I was the
Yeah.
youngest guy in the room. After you left, I was the youngest guy in the room.
Oh wow!
Because
After I left,
somebody had to.
I.
And you know what her excuse
uh,
was? I don't understand you guys. What you're saying? I just
well, okay,
was
so
taking a
I'm in
nap.
a room full of everybody talking Ilocano, and I just started falling asleep. What
Yeah,
what can you expect? It's time for my nap.
yeah. It was good. I think my family was like, yeah, I just sent her to bed, and so she went over there.
Yeah, it's a
She
comfortable
tried to
bed.
take a nap.
Hey, I actually really like their house.
Yeah,
It's
it was a
beautiful
beautiful
house. Yeah,
home.
I
Beautiful
like how
home.
it's decorated. I
Yes,
love the
yes,
chairs.
yes.
Everything about
Yeah,
the house was
everything about
great.
the house is great. Yeah,
It was very
I like
comfortable.
the crowns, the moldings on
Hmm.
top.
Yeah,
It fit
all the
very
little
well.
touches
Yes,
they did.
they were so kind. They were like, they gave us soda, but I was like, no
We
soda.
don't drink soda.
We
All we
don't
drink
drink
is
soda.
water.
I
I'll
was like,
drink coffee though.
yeah. I was like, no, 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 no soda. So they gave us water. They gave us pizza. Unfortunately, we ate before we got there, because if you have kids and they say they're hungry, you gotta feed them. You can't just be like, oh no, you're gonna have to wait. Yeah. Um, so after staying there, so we were in Tarlac, and let's talk about residential property for a little bit. And
Oh,
so there
wow.
was
We're always on the lookout for
yes,
property.
and so there was a big property about 1,879.
1,800
So
square meters.
1,879 square meters directly in front of an elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
and it says lot for sale. Call this number. So
So we
I'm like,
did. We called.
beep boop boop beep boop. I was like, hey, what's going on?
Hmm.
And the lady's like, who's this? I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, hey, my name's Hobart. In front of the school, I saw your property for sale. How much are you selling it for? And the
And he
lady
says
said,
it all in his language. Was she
yeah,
speaking Ilocano or Tagalog?
she was speaking in Tagalog. So I
Oh,
was
okay.
talking to her in Tagalog.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, oh, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm over here in Pangasinan in the Tayog area. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, well, the um, per square meter is
800.
3,800 or
Yeah.
3,800. And I'm like, 1,879 square meter times
3,800.
3,800
It's like
equates to
7
about
million.
7.4 average, 7.4 something
Million.
million peso.
7 million peso.
Yeah. So
Which
that's
is like
like
$130,000.
no, 140, 150,
I don't
yeah,
know.
140.
But with the nothing on it, it's just
It's
like
just a property.
flat land.
Yeah, it's just property. It's just property. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. Like, there's nothing on the property. Oh, it's
I
a
was like,
long.
where's the house?
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's a
charge
long.
that
I'm like,
much.
it's a long. She's like, it's along the highway. I was like, nah, we're good. We're not
Mm.
that. That's cute, babe. I like that. What you're wearing. Good night. Love
Good
you.
night, beauty.
Can I get a hug? Daughter saying good night. She's showing off her kitty cat. Come on, show everybody your kitty cat. Kitty cat.
She's got some matching pajamas that she loves. Good night, beauty.
I love you. I'm proud of you. You're good. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for your help getting the stuff down out of the car. Yeah. So it was great catching up and looking at real estate.
Overpriced real estate.
There's like
nothing there.
It was miles and miles away from. It was by the side of the road, but
It's like out deep in a barangay.
Yeah.
It's not even near the city. I don't know. Look, I do understand real estate, and that property is not going to get sold anytime soon. Not for that price.
Not for that price. Eventually, maybe in like 15, 20 years,
maybe
it'll probably get sold.
But then they're going to be raising the price more.
But then the lady said, "Oh yeah, there's already a buyer for it. They're gonna put a business." She's like, "What are you planning to put in there?" I was like, "It's a house." And she's like, "Really? You're not gonna put a business?" I was like, "No, it's just gonna be a house. I want my kids to go to school across the street." And she's like, "Oh no, somebody else is gonna buy it. They're gonna put a business there." I'm like, "All right, sounds good. It's so too overpriced anyway. So I really appreciate your time, and good luck with your sale." And so, but she's like, "Oh, but there I have another one. There's a."
She was trying to sell him something else.
She's like, "Oh, there's a
700
square meter. It's also along the highway, and I can sell it to you for 3,500." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, thank you." It's too expensive.
Square meter, 3,500. She's like, "Oh, you can get like 300 off each square meter." That's still not.
Yeah.
No, because we were looking at properties out here for way less.
Yeah, way less.
So we're like,
and it's not even. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so we're not gonna. I thought about it. Tarlac is way too expensive, and the amenities are not even there.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
But I'll tell you though, that street was way quieter than the street that we're in right now.
Oh yeah,
it's not as busy.
We're on a busy road.
Yeah, we're on a busy road. That one, there was motorcycles crossing, but there wasn't a lot of cars. Yeah. Yeah, and it was in the middle of the day. Here in the middle of the day is like hustle and bustle.
Zoom, boom, zoom, 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 zoom. You got to run across the street without getting hit by a car. You got to like look both ways for sure.
Yeah, shake it, roll. Shake, baby, 1, 2. Shake, baby, 1.
So we went to visit family, and then after that, we were like, okay, well, let's go to Tarlac SM.
You mean after you woke up from your nap?
Yeah, I did. I took a nice nap. I was hungry. I was hungry, and I'm gonna tell you what, we ate at Shawarma Shack.
Shawarma Shack.
Shawarma Shack. Shawarma Whack.
Shawarma, schwack.
Shawarma whack. I'm gonna
Whack
tell you.
shawarma.
Shawarma whack.
It was fuego though. It
No.
was spicy.
It was,
Spicy.
okay. I will never eat
It's
there
the first
again.
Filipino shawarma that is
Buy one, take one.
one take one.
I can see why you need to take one for free because they were horrible. I will shawarma whack.
Shawarma schwack.
No, I will never eat there ever again. I was thinking about like how gross it was.
Yeah.
No, so we ate it. It was $1.95, I think, $1.95 for 2 shawarmas that were beef
And nachos.
and some nachos.
Nachos.
Shawarma nachos.
And
a soda. They don't do like bottled water or anything. It's like soda. Gross. So anyways, we ordered it. We shared it because I was hangry. And then after I ate it, I was just like, I could vomit this. It was not good. It was not good. I was thinking this is equivalent to Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Like the quality.
I don't think she was hungry anymore because
as soon as we got there,
we had Mr. Donut.
Right? Mr. Donut.
So homegirl already ate like 3 donuts.
No, I did not eat 3 donuts. I had 2. Chill. I did not eat 3 donuts. I ate 2. What?
Yes, you started eating Heroes donuts and Himiko's donuts.
I was hungry. I was hungry. I needed food.
So, in addition to the donuts, she also was eating a shawarma. So I don't think she was hungry anymore.
Can you hit the nightlight, babe? Can you make it happen? So yeah, I mean the shawarma situation was not real shawarma. I was like excited. Hey, hi Rico, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hit the like button. Okay, so I like get excited about tortillas. You know, I was like, ooh, it's like a tortilla, a wrap or whatever. But it was gross to me.
Disgusting.
But I'll eat the tortilla. Like I like tortillas. Rico's here.
I did a Google search of where you guys live. Nice.
Oh yeah, cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, that's
the Philippines, yo. That's cool.
What'd you learn, Rico?
No, he did it and he found us, right? Dealership near the mall. Yeah, that's cool. Ford. Yeah, we bought Ford. We bought a Ford, right? We got the Wild Track. Yeah, he's like, there's none out here like it, and then everywhere we turn, I see it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's true. The dealerships, all the cars are inside.
Yeah, you can't even test drive cars around here. There's no test drive. They use one car to test drive, and that's it. Like everybody test drive that one car.
Yep.
And so like for instance, let's say you want a Ford Ranger, you test drive the test driving car.
Yep.
And if it's not a Ford Ranger, then you're test driving whatever they have. It's funny. Yeah. And then they're not really like trying to sell anything. They're not really trying to sell cars. They're just warm bodies in a building. That's what I think.
You're saying about your bike?
He says, I just couldn't see you on a motorcycle. So we have a motorcycle. And I don't know if you know this, Rico, but I used to have a ZZR 600.
Yeah.
A gray one. And he just did a trade for his 636 Ninja. You know, and I basically like rolled my motorcycle out to the curb and gave mine away.
Your brother didn't know that you used to ride like 15, 20 people deep?
Yeah. We rode a lot. Yeah. I rode all the time. I had a tragic, like, couple tragedies.
Yeah, she even popped the wheelie.
Yeah, I was on the back of a wheelie. It's horrible. Oh, you gotta close the door. Is the door closed?
Yeah, it's closed.
I'm getting text messages from my daughter. Yeah. No, I never dropped the bike. So here's what happened. Not that anybody wants to hear this horrible story, but we were all riding, and we were riding with we were all soldiers, 100%. We were in Georgia, and this was after we'd come back from our first deployment. Was it the first?
We were going coming from Hinesville and headed
But how?
to.
What was this? After my first deployment or my
Yeah.
second deployment?
Which accident are you talking about?
The one where the guy died.
T-bone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was for first.
So
Actually.
after we all got back from the war, okay, and this is like the worst war anybody's ever been in, like, you know, because we're like, it's hard. It's really hard.
Well, I mean, we didn't fight in the trenches like
No, we weren't like
One.
that. Like, no, like just for us. Like, okay, if we're talking about like OIF and OEF and all this other stuff, right? We were the infiltration, right? We were there. And so it was really hard living conditions and all this stuff that we had to go through. Got it. The initial push. Yes. So we all make it like not all of us, but we miraculously make it back to the US.
I wanted a bike.
We bought motorcycles.
I wanted a bike.
And we got our licenses and we started driving. We started riding.
She gave me a switcheroo. She's like, I want a bike too.
We all made a dealership. So no. And the reason I say this is because we were all riding with a bunch of soldiers. And so they stopped to get, and they stopped to get an alcoholic beverage. And I don't drink alcohol, so I did not get an alcoholic beverage. He didn't either. But we were with some soldiers who did. They got one beverage. And then what happens is the guy who got on a motorcycle was riding dirty because he didn't have his license. I think he was an E4. And we're all like E5s. We're all higher ranking and stuff like that. No, it must have been our second deployment or something. I don't remember. But here's how it went. The guy did an illegal U-turn. And he thought he was going to run from the cops. And so he ended up T-boning a van and he died right in front of me. And so like everybody, like all these soldiers had made it home from the war. And then we had one of our brothers die right in front of us. And it was like the most tragic thing that happened to me because I was just in shock. And like we had to have a funeral like a few weeks later. And it was just like, man, but we all made it back. So it was like really hard, you know? And so it was really hard for me to get back on my bike. And then the week after we got back on my bike, one of the E7s split his knee open. And I saw like all his bones and everything in his knee. And I was just like, you know what? During the bike ride, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't be on these motorcycles. So yeah, those are my horrible stories of soldiers. And I was like thinking to myself, that guy's career's over, you know? So yeah, I was just like, you know, right after deployment. Exactly. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it has never like gotten easy for me. It always stays with me, you know?
Yeah. I was traumatized when I was a kid.
Shut up.
So
he's like, right. So we do have motorcycle licenses. I've gone to the California motorcycle class, even though I had a license in Georgia.
BRC.
Yeah, I took the licensing class.
The basic riding course.
And I'm okay like on easier bikes, but like a lighter bike. I feel really like proud of myself when I can ride the motorcycle, but when I have him on the back, he's like a lot of weight. And so like
Would you call me? I'm not that heavy.
No, but like what you do crazy thing, he's like in the back and he's just doing things dancing and like around. Making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, nice. Yeah, he's about the registration. I know. And we still haven't picked it up. So we're out here riding, but we do have a picture of it.
Yeah.
Like they sent us a picture
of the registration. So. Yeah. TCP.
Yeah. Definitely. We wear our helmets. Like my husband doesn't always wear a helmet, but I do because especially like with the wind and everything, things get in your eyes. And then also your if it's raining, it rains crazy out here. And then I just don't like to get soaked. So anyways, yeah, that was the stuff I think about that accident. It never goes away. Anyways, there's people here. There's another person. You guys are welcome to hit the like button. And today we went to visit family in Tarlac. And then we also went to S&R in Clark. which is the
The Costco.
Costco of the Philippines. Okay.
Yes.
And I also feel like, okay, we have the membership. All right. We always like try to make the best use of this membership. We've been going to S&R every weekend, and I feel like we overdo it every time. Like we want to buy the whole store, and we should not be buying the whole store. Like we are not working anymore, so it's like we need to slow our roll. But yeah, it's hard. So today we went and bought a bunch of stuff that we probably didn't need to buy, but we bought it.
I needed it.
You needed it?
I
Like
needed it.
you needed another machete?
That was you.
That I know. It's a his and hers.
Is it
His and
hers?
her
Okay.
machete.
She's like, you get a machete. I want a machete.
I want a
Okay.
machete.
So there you go. She's the one spending all the money.
No. Look, how am I supposed to hack away at my cacti?
Mhm.
Have you seen ring type systems out there?
Roberto.
Hi, Roberto. Okay, so we haven't seen any ring type systems here. No.
CCTV.
The CCTV, you can watch it on your telephone.
And it's recording. It's got
Yeah, and it records. But there's no intercom system here that I've seen so far yet. But we did get some Wi-Fi video recording for inside the home as well.
Mhm.
Which could be used outside the home. But no, there's no like, hey, don't touch my stuff, you know. And we were talking to another person who watches YouTube. We were talking to them in our chat, and they were saying that they use their CCTV to supervise their elderly family members. Yeah, we can see our CCTV from our phone.
Yes.
Let me see. Awesome. That's good news. That's great.
Yeah, so he's about to retire. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude.
Hey,
retiring.
retirement's
It's nice.
good.
It's nice
It's
to retire
good.
from the army.
It's good. Stress free.
Like my stress levels, my cortisol levels, I
Yeah,
feel like
stress free.
are lower.
Yep, I sleep.
My adrenaline isn't
a
as
little bit longer, but we still wake up early, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
I still have all like the vigilant stuff that's like I'm like I need it. I need this.
Yeah, that's why you
weapon
bought another
systems.
machete,
We have
yeah.
weapon systems. We have like our security, and we're
I'm
always
about to
on
buy a couple of compound bows.
alert. We're always on alert. We're suspicious of people all the time. You know, like it's just the stuff that you learn being in the service.
Yeah, we have in-house drills.
But yeah, it's nice to finally like get a good night's sleep. And I mean, there's a lot of other things that like if security is not 100% for me, I have a hard time sleeping. So I have to make sure that everything is good in good order before I can finally get some rest. You know, that's just I think that comes with a lot of soldiers and the training that we experience. And yes, we are like so he is allowed to have a gun. So if you are a Philippine citizen, you can get a gun. Yeah.
Or if not, you can have a machete, a compound bow, a knife.
But yeah, you can have guns
A long
as
stick.
a citizen. If you're registered for it, you can go and get it. But
Yeah.
you do have to do like a background check. You have to pay a fee.
They have a
there's a big sign over by the municipal that says how to get your gun registered.
You can also get like a concealed weapons carry.
Oh yeah, you can.
Here in Philippines.
If you're Filipino, right? Filipino citizen. A lot of stuff is for Filipino citizens. So I couldn't even buy the car. My husband had to buy it. Today I was trying to exchange my euros because I have a bunch of euros from when I traveled. And when I exchanged them, I had to show like my passport and had to put in all this information. They wanted me to have a telephone number. I just threw in whatever number. And then I was able to get I was able to get my money exchanged. Yeah. The kids are citizens. Yeah, they're already citizens. Before we even came over here, I'm the only one who doesn't have their paperwork right. So my husband is a citizen. He was born here. Mm-hmm. And our two children, because of his citizenship, they were able to get citizenship. Mm-hmm. And me, all I have is a Balikbayan visa under my husband. So I have 1 year visa. But so basically I have 1 year to get my paperwork in order. Yeah. Let me see. So we went to the S&R, which is the Costco. And so far we've been to 3 different S&Rs. The first one was like, where was it?
Somewhere close by.
It was like an hour and a half away or something like that. So then we went to Manila S&R.
That's the smallest one.
The Manila S&R that we went to was in BGC, and it was tiny. It was tiny. You just walk in, it's a big box.
Clark, though, massive.
Clark is the biggest S&R
we've been to so far.
Yeah, and they had everything. Like, they had stuff I didn't know I needed, and we got it.
Like another knife set.
Mm-hmm. And then, I needed a lot of stuff. Actually, S&R is an annual fee of 700 peso, which, what does that equate to, by the way? 700 peso. Let me see.
Let's see. $15?
Let me see.
I think. Yeah.
700 divided by 56.
14, 15.
It's $12. Okay. $12 for the whole year. And you get all the stuff you love from Costco.
Yeah.
And
how much was Netflix basic?
Netflix out here is $3 a month.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So we're about to cancel our Netflix
in the US,
and then
pick it
Netflix
up here. Yeah. And everything is really inexpensive. So we filled up our cart, overloaded. We probably should have 2 carts. We spent $800.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's not normal by Philippine standards because that's a lot of money to
AFN
spend.
Satellite. What's that?
We don't have that. We don't have that satellite.
We don't have that satellite.
No, I think that's I don't know what that is. We need acronym help here. AFN. Yeah. What's that mean?
AFN.
So, okay. So, we're going to break it down for you.
Okay.
So when his mom was here, just her, and she was using electricity, it was $3,000 for her. 3,000 peso. 3,000 peso. Okay. So you got to.
Which is $60.
You've got to. Okay. The exchange rate is 56 peso.
56
to $1. To 1. So if you're doing 3,000 peso divided by 56, okay. His mom's electrical bill was $53. Okay.
Our electrical bill for a month is 13,000 peso.
Yeah,
but this is like AC all night, AC all day to AC units.
Yeah, 7 units, but we mostly only use 2. So
13,000
divided by 56.
And
so $232 was our electricity bill because we're ridiculous with our electricity. Yeah. Like, we don't do any kind of no, he's like, your math is wrong. No, my math is right. I used the calculator. My math is right. Thank you. $232. Okay, so hold on. That's a lot. So, but his mom, the water, we haven't got our new water bill, but his mom's water bill, because she was here like a few weeks before us, and we picked up the water bill. The water bill was $2,100, which is divided by 56. So that's $37. So water was $37. Electricity for her was $53. Okay, we're ridiculous. Yes. But you know what? In the States, our electricity bill was like one time it was $600. Okay. And then we're just ridiculous with our AC unit. We just run it all the time.
Yeah, but our AC in the US was like overpowered anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
bananas. Hey, Rico, are you going to come out here and visit? You got to come and visit, man. Are you going to come visit? Because he's interested. He's interested in coming out here. Come visit, man.
Yeah.
Come visit. Definitely.
You'll probably find a really nice gal out here too if you were looking. Yeah. Because like they do know how to take care of their husbands, and for the most part. Me personally, I'm the foreigner wife, so my husband knows how to take care of me just fine.
This is true.
I love this role. I everywhere I go, I'm like, oh, talk to my husband. I don't know what you're saying. Just talk to him.
Yeah. But it's electricity out here is very expensive. So when we go into our house, I think I want to install solar panels. So at least it kind of like um, brunts the uh,
The bill.
the bill a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
It's all good. We're having fun. It's fine. We're having a good time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
we saved our money before we came
Well,
out here.
of course.
We invested. We
As far as
we're fine.
as far as clearances, we still have ours, but we're retired. When you retire, when you retire, when you retire.
Yeah, when you retire
But
and
it
you're not,
also
you don't have
depends
a
on
job that
yeah.
uses
Yes, exactly.
clearances.
So it depends on what you're gonna do afterwards. If you're planning to use your clearance to attain
to
another
work.
occupation,
Yeah.
then yeah, keep it. I
But
totally
here,
understand
like, you
clearances.
could literally like live in and work. You could work online here and make a decent living, and because the prices here. Yeah. See, he wants to be
Oh,
a
okay,
full time.
dude.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so much
nice.
content out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do no, he does. He's a sportsman.
Oh, that's right. Football.
If anybody ever
Sports.
looking for somebody who loves sports, Rico Knows is a sports channel, and he just covers everything. So you can take a look at him. He's always been into sports, so that's cool. And we do YouTube part time. It's not our, our. Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just
Well,
that's good.
nice. That's awesome.
You
That's
keep
awesome.
it up, man. That's cool.
Congratulations.
I know we definitely only do YouTube like with our little trips here and there, and I'm sure eventually it'll take off. But for now, that's good. We're really happy for you, man. That's great. That's good.
That's awesome. We are just doing it so that our kids can look back later on and be like,
Yeah.
our parents
Yeah.
are pretty crazy.
Yeah, and we're having a lot of fun. Like, we really do like to help people know about our move, and all the like different things that happened,
Or at least
that we
all the
weren't.
issues that we're into. Purchasing a motorcycle.
Yeah, like
Purchasing a
we bought a
car.
washer and dryer combo. It's just a washer machine, man. It has like an extra spin cycle that takes all the water out, but everything comes out damp.
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't
It's
know
just a
what's
washing
gonna.
machine.
It's a washing machine. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. So I'm a little.
I'll call them back tomorrow.
Yeah,
I will call them back tomorrow.
that's cool, man. No, yeah, definitely. I know about your channel. I definitely watch it. I know you see me in there every now and then, and yeah. Oh, he watches all our videos. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. So today we went to the S&R and we bought a bunch of stuff. And tomorrow is a school day. We've been living like super slow. Like, okay, so we don't live in the city, we live out in the country. The lawnmower out here is
A goat.
Goats. And there's goats everywhere. So goats roam freely, like all over the place. You gotta
Even on the freeway.
slow down for a goat. Okay. And then also dogs are wild. Like, there's stray dogs everywhere, and they're all docile. They're not like running after you, like barking or anything.
The native chickens.
Yeah, and then some of the dogs look like they're like diseased and stuff. They look sad and hungry. So nobody really owns the dogs. They're just like running around. Cats as well. Native chickens are cool. Yeah, we've got chickens. Yeah, deranged. Yeah. He's asking about TRICARE. Yeah, I have TRICARE. So the other day I was thinking about like going to see a doctor for something that you can usually get like over-the-counter medication for.
Where's the TRICARE on this? TRICARE overseas.
We have TRICARE overseas, and it was a real easy switch over from TRICARE Prime to TRICARE overseas. And they told me to go to this app, so I downloaded the app, and it's the app's called My Care Overseas. Okay. Most useless app to me. The lady on the phone sounded so confident about the app, I'm telling you. And I was just like, after I downloaded it and started trying to use it.
Okay, so all right, Rico knows. Enjoy your show. Hopefully, it's a success. And
Thank you, Rico, for stopping
thanks for
in.
stopping in. Really appreciate
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Looking forward for your visit.
Yeah. Yeah, come visit us.
Yeah.
We'll take you around.
So Robert says.
So let me tell you about TRICARE really quick. Is that okay?
Yeah.
The time zone out here, it's a 9-hour difference from California. I think you're on the East Coast, so it's a 12-hour difference exactly. So right now it is 11:04 p.m. You must have it 11:04 a.m. where you are. Yeah. So that's where we're at night. You're in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
12-hour difference.
Yes.
Okay, so with the TRICARE situation, I was trying to find a doctor out here. I couldn't find one. I just kind of like gave up and I was like, let me see if I can get the actual ingredients instead of like looking for medication names or brands or whatever. Or even, I was just like, I'll just try using the chemicals themselves. So I went to the pharmacy and I showed them the chemical I was looking for, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we sell that." So they'll release me the chemical, but they won't release me a prescription, which was kind of weird. And I was like, look, this stuff is over the counter anyway, so I don't understand why you guys are giving me a hard time. But so I was able, bye, love you, Rico. Love you too. And then so anyways, in that situation, it did help. So I was happy about that. I did see that there was some hospitals in Manila, and I was like, I ain't go to the hospital for something that I just need over-the-counter medication for.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're like 4 hours away from Manila.
But he says there's one in Clark.
Yeah, so we're kind of getting to use using like TRICARE overseas. We haven't really gone.
We haven't had to. Nothing major.
Nothing major. So
it's just like.
But we're like slowly working it into our schedule. Like she said, downloading the application, kind of getting used to it, learning the process and procedures. Probably within the year we'll probably get very.
I need to get to the VA. Which is in Manila, just so I can register with them and let them know I'm here.
So I can start getting like prescription
I do need chiropractic. Like I have a bad back from the military, but other than that, like for the most part, we're okay.
Well, dental.
Yeah.
We're gonna need dental and.
Well, dental you get from. I mean, dental is really cheap. It's like really inexpensive.
Right, still, we need that.
No, I literally think I have like a broken bone in my wrist or something, or a cracked bone. So,
like a hairline fracture?
Yeah, like a fracture of sorts.
If it's hairline fracture, you wouldn't be able to move it like this.
No, you're not a doctor. You don't know these things. But there is something wrong with my wrist. Okay. There. All right. I'm not gonna diagnose it as a hairline fracture.
You're the one who said it's a fracture.
I said there's yes, I did. Okay.
And I said if it's a fracture, you wouldn't move it like this.
So I need to go to a doctor and have them look inside my wrist. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna take it easy, hope that it heals.
Can I see it?
No, don't. No, I don't want to show it to you. No.
Come on, let me see it.
Leave me alone. So yeah, so I haven't used a doctor yet. So
no. I gotta get her a doctor for her fracture.
My fracture.
Her hand that she uses every day. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're fighting after this.
Reevaluations there, Manila.
I don't know. I
don't think so.
I really don't know.
I don't think so. So I think we're just there to check in. I mean, all of our stuff is in the system.
Will you guys have to do
reevaluations?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Is that like not for TRICARE? I mean, we have TRICARE, right?
No, I think he's talking about VA stuff.
So, but like our VA is good. So.
Oh, reevaluations? No. Once you're past like the 3-year mark or whatever, everything's kind of permanent. They don't
mess with you.
Yeah, they don't mess with you.
From my experience, at least.
Yeah, no.
There's no reevaluation.
Yeah, my wrist is hurting just thinking about it. Hi, Mike Ross.
Yo, Mike
Hello.
Ross, what's
Subscribe,
up?
yo.
Subscribe, yeah.
I'm
Hit
glad
the
you
like
found
button.
us.
Hector Gubat. There used to be a commissary in PX at the Embassy Seafront compound years ago. Do you know if you're allowed to shop there? If it's still there. You know what? We're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go
Okay.
one weekend. We're gonna go check out
At the embassy.
the yeah,
Yeah, because I don't even
because
have
there
my
is a
visa.
VA here.
I don't have my visa. Guys, I'm here as a Bali Bayan's wife, and I only have a 1 year to get my stuff in order.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go check it out. We need to go check out the VA hospital and how their process starts. It's just that currently we have construction, so we can't really leave
Yeah, we haven't been able to go. We can only go for like a day
a
trip
day trip,
because
and
we have
then
all this
and it has to
construction
be on a
happening.
weekend. You know, it has to be like on a Sunday, and
Yeah.
usually things are closed here on Sundays.
Yeah,
So unfortunately,
he's like, we drove by Tarlac Ford today, and he's like, oh, I want to go there. I want to go look for something,
yeah. So
and
because
then it
I'm
was
looking for like
closed.
a deep dish mat,
The
like a
matting
floor
for the
mat,
car, because
but
it's all wet and rainy and muddy
all
when
the
you get
time.
into your car, and it's just like
But they were
ruined.
closed today because it's Sunday. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
we weren't able to do that. So yeah, no, we haven't been able to do anything, and we're kind of like leashed to the school during the
yeah,
week, because
exactly.
so we're not as free as one would think.
Yeah, so we drop them
Being
off in
retired, we
yeah.
still have to take care of our kids.
So we have to after we drop them off in the morning to get out of school like around 11 o'clock. We keep them for about 2 hours and then go back to school at 1,
Yeah,
and then they get off at 4. But
yeah,
sometimes
kids
in the
get out
middle of
at
the day,
4 here.
yeah, sometimes in the middle of the day, the teacher will tell us like, "Hey, come pick up your kids. We're having a
Yeah,
meeting today.
yeah.
We're gonna
It could be
finish school." Yeah,
random.
it's just
It could be
random. It's
so
random.
random.
Yeah, like was it last week? They got released at like 10:45 in the
Yeah,
morning,
yeah. They're
and then
supposed
the
to get
week
released at 11. They
yeah,
got out at 10:30.
the week before that they got released at like 3 o'clock in the
Oh,
afternoon.
because they knew the rain was coming,
Yeah,
and so like they wanted everybody to come pick up their kids before the what is it, the typhoon came.
yeah. So far,
Mm-hmm.
from our experience, at least once a week the kids get out of school early, and
Early.
it's not scheduled.
Oh no.
It's just like, hey, come pick up your kids. Yeah. Mike Ross, how are your kids transitioning to life in Philippines? I would say they're doing great.
Our kids miss their old friends.
Yes. In fact, my son on the ride from S&R,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Oh, I miss my friends." He's like,
Yeah, he was talking about all his
his
friends. He
friends.
misses
Yeah.
all his friends.
Hmm.
He was really close to Jupiter,
Yeah.
Adrian, Charlie,
Yeah.
and was those three guys, right?
Yeah.
There's it's the
Boys.
4 boys all together,
Hmm.
and he was like kind of
James was the little brother.
sad. He was actually kind of sad, and I was like, "Oh dang, I'm
Mhm.
so sorry."
She's like, "Why did you have to bring
Why
that
did you have to
up?"
bring it up? I was like, "Oh my god."
He's like, "That was my last goodbye party with my friends." I was like,
Oh my
"Ooh,
god.
let's
Yeah.
change the topic."
Change. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, and then my daughter's best friend is Fiona. And since she's been here, she hasn't met anyone quite like that friendship. I was like, hey, you should invite somebody over for your brother's birthday. And she's like, oh, I don't want to invite anybody. It'll just be me. And we'll just hang out, me and you, mom. I was like, oh dang. So she doesn't have those solid friends like she did in the
Yeah,
States.
understandably, there's a language barrier. You know, the kids can be talking to her, but she doesn't understand them.
Right.
So her closest friend right now at school is her teacher.
Right.
Who
She's
speaks to
really
her
close to her
in
teacher.
English. You know, all the other kids that kind of speak a little bit of English, they're still shy. They don't want to say anything to her.
Yeah.
What did you say? Mike says, my family and I lived there for 3 years, but I left during the pandemic. We plan to move back summer 2024. That is awesome. That's great.
I mean, we were
Yeah.
just talking today about how everything's so much like more accessible in the States. And like, I don't know, like we did have a beautiful life in the United States. Every Friday with our kids was pizza night, and out here it's kind of like we're putting their education first, so we have a tutor every night, and so our kids don't get to have those like pizza night, or stuff like that with us. And so,
And our kids are very busy and very active in the U.S. because
mm,
there wasn't an issue with their school. There was no
yeah,
language barrier. So right after school, we would take them to like two
jujitsu.
practices. They would have like Muay Thai practice, Jiu-Jitsu practice. They would
Hmm.
have then on Fridays they would have gymnastics, and then
Yeah.
on the days that they're not going, we're always doing stuff
We
like
go to the
going to a
children's
park.
museum, go to the
We're
beach.
just hanging out all the
We're
time.
always doing
And then on
really
the
cool stuff.
weekend, we would go to the water park. We would go just leave the town
Yeah, leave the
completely.
city. And so everything was kind of like accessible. Everything was kind of like real easy to go to and do. Here in the Philippines, it's a little different. Like, okay, so we did recently, yesterday, I think, we went to Pugo Adventure to go and check it out because we do recons. We don't just like show up to stuff and like enjoy it. So we walked it and we wanted to see if it was the right thing for our family, and so we can plan it.
Hmm.
And so yeah, it's like it kind of like you got to drive out of your way to go to something like that, which we did, and then you just kind of have to like see if it's gonna work for us, where
Hmm.
we know like different things have rates showing online. Everything is like what you're getting. You use TripAdvisor, things like that. But when I was using TripAdvisor out here, some of the stuff that was said in the reviews, they were just kind of like, it wasn't. I mean, it's like, okay, if they have it like at American standards, then of course they're going to be complaining about stuff. So we need to go and we need to see it for ourselves if it's really like what they're saying. And it wasn't. Like it was very enjoyable. I was like, yes, we can do this. This is great for our family. So anyways, it's just different things that I guess we were kind of missing the US today, if we were talking about it and we're like, um, kind of missing things, But at the same time, we came here for a reason. We came here to have more time with our children, to raise our kids. Um, and we really wanted them to get the opportunity to learn his language because my husband speaks Ilocano and Tagalog. And we just can't get that in the States.
Yeah. So,
And not where we can't get it in the States where we lived. I'm sure if we had moved to another city, like a bigger city or something like that, then we may have been able to, but we wouldn't have gotten the culture or like the cultural identity and, just kind of like putting all the puzzle pieces together for our kids so they understand like who they are and where they came from and, stuff like that.
to me, that wasn't really that important, but it was important to my wife. So
Yeah, it's very important to me.
So that's why we're here. It was her idea. For me, it would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just stay in the
Mm-hmm.
U.S.
Yeah, we could have totally
Very
stayed
very well,
very,
successful
very
and all those
successful in the
things.
States. Yeah.
Yeah, we're making a fraction of what we were or of what we were
Yeah.
making in the United States. We're not working right now, right? So we're working off of our savings,
Mm-hmm.
semi-retired. So we're just here raising our kids. So we have to kind of watch our spending,
But we haven't
but we
been.
haven't been.
So that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
kind of like a little nervous. And I'll just be completely honest with you guys. Like, we still spend like we work full time.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be an issue for us in the future.
In the future. So we're gonna start slowing down.
I think we
Yeah.
need to, but we still want to go on trips though. I'm like, I still want to go on trips. I want to go and see stuff. And I don't want to be saying no to things because I'm on a budget, it's like, but at the same time, we haven't like seen what it's like living here for a full month and actually like not spending the way we have been spending, because we literally, as soon as we got here, we went into construction mode.
Yeah, we did.
And
we had to. I mean, like the house hasn't been updated probably for the last, I don't know how many years.
And we bought all new appliances.
All new appliances, AC units, brand new windows. You got to seal the house, construction, update the bathrooms, update the kitchen.
And it seems like the construction, we kind of like added more to the house. And it's just like a bunch of stuff that we didn't actually
anticipate.
We didn't like budget for. We just kind of like doing it. And so it's like.
But so far, just we've spent how much did we say?
At
12,000.
least 12 grand.
Yeah, 12,000 USD.
With everything.
With everything else.
Since the day we put our foot on ground. So till now, which is a total of like maybe 40 days that we've been here. And it's kind of like I tell him like, hey, we need to slow down. Like we need to figure this out because we don't make as much as we used to.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to tell you, like in the States, we would spend minimum 10K a month just living.
Yeah.
So for us, like this big transition, it's just kind of hard to turn off what we're used to.
I wouldn't say it's kind of hard to turn off what we used to. We just need to stop going to S&R.
I think we do need to stop going to S&R.
I just like, because every time we go to S&R, it's like everything is priced US.
Yes.
Right. But everywhere else we go to the market here, way cheaper. We go to, locally stuff, buying things, going to restaurants locally, way cheaper. S&R, overpriced, definitely. So I think that's the one thing we have to
like
avoid.
maybe do like a one time a month S&R.
Yeah.
Like so 12 trips a year.
Right.
I don't know.
Yes. So there's I just want to give a few shout outs out there. I mean, like there's a few people here that are new today. So Robert, we know, but still a shout out to Robert Alejandro.
Yeah, Roberto.
Hector, Mike, shout out to you guys. Thank you for coming on and kind of like engaging us on
shout outs
chat.
to Rico who came through.
Yeah. And so there's a few questions about MOS. My background is logistics, right? But we both retired as first sergeant. She was
communications.
Communications. And how many years?
20 years.
21 years. Couldn't stay long enough.
I couldn't get out fast enough. Oh my God. Like, I was like, I'm done with this.
After USASMA, we were like, this is done.
No. I was like, my poor bullshit-o-meter got really small. Yeah. And I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This is my brain.
Baloney. So also shout out to Amy.
We both were first sergeants.
So who says tutor is going to help a lot. Military kids transition well. Just give it time. We raise strong, independent
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you for that comment, Amy, and believing in the kids. That gives me kind of like hope. Right now, our kids are excited about every little thing that they're learning about at school. It's all brand new.
It's so great to watch them be children. I love it.
But our kids are going to public school. They're not going to private school, right?
Right.
And that's designed that way. We send them to a private school, then they're going to get talked to in English, and they're going to talk to international kids and things like that. I think that going to a private school, they're going to lose out on some of the cultural things that happen here in the Philippines. Later on, maybe in about a year, 2 years, 3 years, when they kind of learn the cultural things.
Right.
Eventually we'll go to private school. But we are going to allow them to go to public school. One, to know the culture. Two, is to get to know kids in the area,
so they can make friends.
So we can make friends. If you send them to a private school, kids in a private school from all over the place, And so,
so we want them to learn from, like, meet people from the local barangay. And you know what's interesting is they've got so many cousins at the school. Like, we're all related. It's great. You walk down the street and you see somebody, they're like, oh, that's your cousin. Oh, hello. And they have kids the same age. It's like, So it's great.
So Rob Mar, good morning to you, Rob Mar. I know it's early morning there in the U.S. It's late at night here. It's about 11:20. That's 23:20 for all you military folks. 11:20 at night. Thinking pesos and not dollars.
Peso.
Yeah.
So peso is the singular. Peso is the multiple.
Really?
Plural. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh.
Yeah.
So why is it that on the 1,000 it says piso? It's PISO, and
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's piso, not peso. So what I was told, right? Because I'm correcting everybody. I'm like, isn't it piso? Right? And they're like, oh, that's you say it piso in Ilocano.
They say peso everywhere.
But
here.
Everywhere else, it's like, but in Tagalog, it's peso.
Tagalog.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But I was like, well, but if it says on the denomination of the currency is PISO. Shouldn't you pronounce it this way? And they're like, nah, blah blah blah. Give me all kinds of excuses,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
whatever.
So I'm supposed to think in pesos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just got here like 40 days ago, so
Yeah.
I'm having trouble
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Hector says we made the right decisions, right, and have rebooted the future ahead, being so young and all. So you know what? The military, okay, for all the bad things that they do, right, with politics and things like that,
Oh
I
God.
think that the
What a way to
military.
start a
Hold on a
sentence.
second, okay? Let me finish my
Okay.
sentence. All right, for all the things, the bad things that come from the military, right? Because it's like you get traumatized, you got to deal with a whole bunch of people,
Okay, thank you for
right? All
explaining.
the
I was
training,
trying to
discipline, and all
understand where
that
you're
stuff,
going
right?
with your
That's what I'm talking about,
comment.
okay? Taking care of officers. All right, let's not even go there. But what I'm saying is, the military has actually taught us discipline, better life choices, right? Because when you first buy your first car in the military, guess what? Your freaking squad leader's talking to you, and it's like,
Everybody's giving you their
look,
opinion.
dummy, don't buy the Ford Mustang. Okay, just go with a Mazda Protege. Okay, don't buy brand new. All right, don't do that. Don't be stupid. Okay, and then you got squad leaders telling you, or you got your platoon sergeant sitting you down saying, you're a freaking sergeant now. You have two choices. You can either live on post with your wife and family, or right, you can do what I do, which is go purchase a house and make the military pay for it. So I think that the military has given us ample of opportunities, an opportunity to, purchase a house at a very young age,
We were 19 and we were
19. All right, we were like, we didn't
PFCs.
even know. We bought a freaking house from a command sergeant major.
Oh, yeah, we did.
He's like, I got 14 of
Yeah.
these things. You want another one? I was
Yeah.
like, no, no, no. We just want one, right?
Yeah. We were
We
like,
were so we
we were
were so young
19.
and so naive that we didn't even talk him down to it. We
We
were
just
just like,
paid full price of
oh,
whatever
okay,
his
yeah, sounds
asking
good, sounds
was.
good. He did hook us up with a brand new AC unit
We
though. So
did
yeah.
get new carpet and paint.
Oh, wait, not the AC unit.
No, we paid for the
Oh,
AC
I paid
unit.
for AC unit. Paint and carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, but still
Anyways.
though, yeah. So discipline, right? Drive, motivation, ambition, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're in the military long enough, right, and you get out in the civilian world, you're like, man, these guys are on something else. Okay, they don't think like military people. But
Okay.
but what I'm saying is that drive, the ambition, the logic is there,
Mhm.
right? The logic is there. I know we're talking about spending money and things like that, but to be honest with you, we're still very wise with our
Oh yeah.
finances, right?
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I say these things because I'm worried about them because I am very aware of things.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, And I'm always thinking like ahead. And we're not in any kind of problems whatsoever. I just don't like to spend, you know, my dividends.
Mhm.
I don't like to trade equities.
Yeah.
I don't like to do those things. So that's why I'll just be like, we need to think about what we're doing because I don't want to tap into any of
I
the
think in
savings.
I think in peso. She thinks in dollars. So
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what? It's great. It says someone says from kids learning language young age, time with the kids. Right. Roberto says being able to spend full time with the kids is a blessing. It's ultimately why we decided to move out
Yeah,
there
and
early.
we decided to move out here early
Hmm.
too
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we were
yeah,
thinking
definitely.
if we waited, because he was like, well, maybe we should work a little more, like keep on saving money and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I get you. Like, I understand, but I feel like the young age, it's easier for them to like
Hmm.
learn your language.
How many months did we save?
We stayed for 2
We
years.
saved for 2 years. So we saved for 2 years. After saving for 2 years, now we're here. If I were to do it again, would I save for 2 years? No, I just come out here. If I were to do it again, would I pack up my entire house and send to the
No,
Philippines? No.
don't pack your
Don't pack your
house.
house. Don't send your
Just
stuff here.
either
Just
sell
come
it
down
or
here.
give it all away. Bring as much money as you can. You want to have as much capital as you can.
See, look, I'm not the only one. Rob Marr says, when I hear my daughters complain about work, I just roll my eyes. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I heard someone complaining the other day about cold Gatorade. Nah, it's not even. Go there. Okay, you get Gatorade. You get
Oh,
Gatorade.
like our daughter was like, it's so hot. And we're like looking at her like, we're all miserable, girl.
Yeah. So interesting. So our kids are still in elementary school.
Yeah, they are.
Mike Ross. So yeah, they're still pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second grade and fourth grade.
Yeah, they're still young and they're learning. I think my daughter's having a harder time with the language. But my son is already speaking Ilocano. He's already trying out his words, which is cool.
So I would say in 6 months they're gonna be learning a lot. Like they read pretty well in Ilocano because they're talking about mother tongue here, and the teacher that comes to our house to help.
She's a high school teacher.
She's a high school teacher,
and so she comes and she like really cares about teaching children just in general. She like really, I can see her like really enjoying it, and I'm like, wow, that's great.
Yeah. And you know what, they're making friends. My son is inviting people to his birthday party, but unfortunately, we've only been here for 40 days, and if someone was to invite my son to a birthday party and it's like an all-day event in another city, I wouldn't let him go either. And so my son's kind of sad that the two best friends that he invited, they are not able to go.
Yeah, so hopefully, our fingers are crossed, hopefully the family, our family members will pull through and help with celebrating his birthday. So we're really hopeful that we can all get together and go do this thing.
Oh, wow. So Mike Ross, they came here when his kids were 9 and 6, and then left 3 years later, but kids were fluent in Ilonggo. That is awesome. Now, Mike Ross, I'm curious, how come you guys went back?
Because they went back because of
COVID. Well, I hope you guys find your way back here in Philippines. It's definitely a lot cheaper here.
It is less expensive, guys.
Less
yes,
expensive.
yes. When you really do look at the numbers, it's way less expensive to live here than it is in the States. Hands down. That's true.
Yeah, Hector. Yes, index funds. Yes. Yes, on index funds.
Yeah. And then I think Rob Marr was saying that he retired a submariner. That's cool.
That's nice.
That is cool. You're in a submarine. That's very small spaces. I don't know if I could be in such small spaces.
Well, we visited one of those.
We did. We went to Pearl Harbor.
When we
were in Hawaii. And we went inside of a submarine. It's very
tiny.
Small. I was like, oh, you just walk in a straight line.
What?
I was like, oh, this is Chaho. Oh,
what in the what? What is that?
I was like, wait, I could not sleep in any of these beds.
What do they call that thing? Hot swapping?
No.
What is that?
Yeah, you hot swap. It's where you take turns sleeping
in the same bed. Like,
yeah, that's what happens in the Navy. You have to take turns being awake or whatever. Because I'll tell you, like when you're on a ship, it's a 24-hour running operation. It's not like, you go home at 8:00 or you get in at 8 and you go home at 4. It's not like that.
We had fire guard in the Army.
Yeah, but that's different.
CQ?
That's different. I could bring you food. Okay. Who's going to be bringing them
in
food?
the field,
All right. Let's see what else it says.
Rob Marr says, I was home ported out of submarine base, Pearl Harbor, for 12 years. Nice.
Roberto Alejandro says that he and his wife are both military.
Yeah.
Police. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, MPs. That's cool.
So y'all know how to kick some ass. Yes.
Wait, okay. MPs? What? MPs? They were replaced by civilian guys in the front gate.
But they're still MPs though.
Just kidding, man.
They're
It's
still
cool. Mad
MPs.
respect for MPs.
Hey, I was mad when they replaced the gate guards. Okay,
I truly
like
do. I was like, damn it, I can't
like,
get in anymore drunk.
I know. No. I'll tell you what. If I forgot my ID card, I would crawl into the trunk of the car
I would drive.
and he would drive. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
hey, what's up,
Because
man?
I cannot be late to
Can't be late to
PT.
formation. Can't be late to
I'm like,
formation.
left my ID card. I can't find it.
Hey, have you guys ever gone to PT formation at dark 30 in the morning and your shorts are backwards?
That's this guy. This guy,
Right
his
there,
shorts
right
are
there.
backwards.
That's rushing out the house right there. Rushing out the house.
No. One time I called him. He had gone out with a bunch of guys. And I called him at like 6:30 or something. And I was like, hello. And he goes, hello. I was like, why are you whispering? You should be at work. You have PT. And he's like, oh shit. And he hangs up and I never hear from him till the next, like, till 2:00 in the afternoon.
Had to run.
He wore somebody else's
Like,
uniform.
So baggy.
Oh
baggy,
my
baggy
God.
clothes.
You were in trouble,
I was in
boy.
trouble.
I was like, why are you whispering?
I made it though. I made
You were
it.
supposed to be
I made it.
somewhere.
My platoon was already running, so I was like catching up behind them.
You were in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
So, well, anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Wow, Rob Mar, also 6 years at Polaris Point.
That's cool. In Guam.
Wow, Guam.
That's cool.
Nice. I love Ilocano food. Ilocanos are known to live longer on average because of their cuisine. You know,
what's like a special Ilocano dish I should try? Oh, today we went to a cababinga, but
cababinga. She calls it cababinga, but it's called kambingan, which is the toro, which is like the little stores on the side of the road where they cook food. Right?
But I think they call them something else, calderita or something. Caleritas.
Calendaria?
Yeah. Calendaritas.
But she calls it cababinga because she could not pronounce kambingan.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, I was like, oh, let's go eat at a cababinga. And then he's like, what are you talking about? And every time I'd see the word, I'd be like, look, there it is. There's the word. He's like,
I'm like, that's kambingan, not cababinga. But that's what we call it now.
Oh, but that's where we went for lunch today. And it was really good.
It was good.
It was good. I told him like, okay, it was by the T-Plex, which is like the main highway. And it looks like it's one of those truck stops. That's what it looks like, a trucker stop, because it's open 24 hours. All those little restaurants. And so I was telling him one time, I was like, oh, you gotta take me for a date there. Well, today he took our whole family for a Sunday lunch there. And it was good. It was good. It was really good.
It was real good. I think that I used to hate bitter melon. Bitter melon was like disgusting to me.
You've acquired
so the taste, bitter melon with eggs right now. I love it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is so good. I had fried fish today. I was like, oh, in heaven.
Yeah, see, so I don't even feel guilty for not being able to cook like amazing Filipino food, because there's amazing Filipino food everywhere we go.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like,
yeah,
let's go to this thing. How much was it? Family of 4. We ate at that thing. How much was it?
It was 400 peso.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah. 400 peso? What is that?
That's $8.
$8 for a family of 4?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So you get 400 divided by 56.
400. No way. 400. It was $7.
It was $7.
And we ate so good.
We got like 8 dishes.
He got fried fish, fried tilapia. We got 2 veggie adobo because I wanted veggie adobo. We got an adobo that the kids had. I had that meal with the lemons. What is that called? We've been liking that a lot.
Dakdakan?
Yeah, dakdakan. It's like all meat and with lemon. Oh my God, it's amazing. And then we also got your bitter melon.
Got the bitter melon.
Got the dinengdeng.
Got the dinuguan. There was string beans adobo.
Mm-hmm.
That was
new. I never had something.
Yeah, so string beans adobo. Then we had the regular adobo.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we have? I had the fried fish.
Yeah. Did we have 4 bottles of water?
4 bottles of water.
Only $7 for all of us.
See, she thinks in peso.
In peso? I think in dollar.
I mean, she thinks in dollar. I think in
Yeah.
peso.
Yeah.
But yes, it's fairly cheap here
It
to
was
live.
very, and it
Yeah.
was good. The food was good. Like we could go eat there again.
Yeah. So, was it Mike Ross? If you guys can get back over here again and do what you guys started with your kids, that would be great. It's definitely a lot cheaper here. Rob Marr says there are two S&Rs in Pampanga and a Landers superstore near Angeles City, Marquee Mall. Landers superstore. What is that? Is that another mall?
Is it like a Costco? Landers.
Or
I've heard of Landers before.
it's Costco or Walmart?
No, it's like a Costco, right? Hook us up, Rob Marr. Tell us more.
What is that? What is Landers superstore?
And he said, okay, there are two S&Rs in Pampanga. Yeah.
We went to Clark today.
Yeah, we went to Clark.
Clark is in Pampanga, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is.
Malabaca or something. I don't know what the Landers is similar to S&R.
S&R.
Do you need another membership for Landers?
Yes.
That's my question. I need to know. And then that's cool. So he served back in the 80s, retired. Okay. Tech school. Cool. Hey, Presidio Monterrey. That's really close to Paso. Paso Robles.
We lived in Paso
Robles.
Yes, about 2 hours south or 2.5 hours south of Monterey.
Yeah, Presidio Monterey.
Yes.
That's a cute little area.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do need a membership for Landers.
Another membership? Nah.
Ah, man.
We're spending too much money on S&R already.
Yeah. S&R is going to take all my money.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, hey guys, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for everyone being
really
here.
Appreciate it. Shout out to the people, to everyone who logged
and even those who didn't come in and say anything in the chat and who are watching.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes. So wait, you're swinging your wrist around? It was
my wrist hurts. I'm gonna punch you with my broken wrist. You better stop.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Peanut
butt. Yeah. Hey, pinapaitan is good too.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, we like it all. Good. We can eat it all.
Hey,
we're foodies.
You know what?
We're foodies.
We also had sinigang.
Oh yeah, they made us some sinigang soup.
So sinigang is with the tamarindo. It's sour, but it's so tasty.
I love it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a good
night.
one.
Or have a good morning.
Morning, night. Bye.